Vai, começar de novo. Os caras pensaram que eu fugi da live.
Porque ele faz aquele faz um foda-se.
É, porque a gente é alienado. Ah, não tá tão maneiro, não tá maneiro, porque a gente tava querendo jogar FIFA. Aí nenhum jogo é maneiro. Minha live rolando aqui, os caras vendo Manchester City toda. Pelo amor de Deus. Já abriu aqui? Como é que foi aqui? Vamos ver aqui. Meu. Ô, caralho. Não quero ver isso não, velho. FIFA porra nenhuma, tira isso daqui. Vou abrir o bagulho aqui. Aqui, vamos ver. Já tá aqui no YouTube, vamos ver o que deu. Já, vamos ver aqui. Não, acho que tá normal. Não. Tá travando um pouco. Ou não, sei lá. Se analisar direito. É o vídeo aí. Tá normal? Tá, Dino. Quer dizer, é claro que tá, Dino. Você nunca em nenhum vídeo vai sair exatamente quando você sair no console editor. E não se esqueça que isso aí é programa da Xbox, não é uma placa de captura. Aqui, 5 visualizações aqui. Pode dizer que eu menti. Dois likes. 20 minutos.
Teve outro like.
Tem like. Foi outro americano que tu lá. Eu só me perguntando tudo. Pronto, abrimos de novo, hein? Abrimos o bagulho de novo. Vamos ver agora, hein? Aqui aconteceram fenômenos naturais, né? Que acabaram, né, prejudicando a gente. A chuva. Só que a chuva aqui onde eu moro não é uma chuva normal. Quando chove aqui, meu amigo. Quando chove aqui já era. Já era. Não, NBA, né? Vamos voltar para NBA. Ó, depois dessa aqui, vou jogar modo Mighty. Que depois, nós começamos o modo carreira, né? Jogando mal pra caralho a partida. Recuperamos. Mas aí, né, a chuva fez essa merda toda, apagou tudo. Né? Bom, que a gente agradece pelos likes aí do pessoal. Os dois lá, do vídeo de 20 minutos. Vamos ver, né? Vamos pro Mighty. Você assim avança naquele Domination lá, pra te liberar aquele jogador lá, o pivôzão, o King, Diamante. Vamos jogar uma partida lá. E depois a gente volta pro modo cara. E amanhã é outro jogo, né? NBA, dia sim, dia não. Dia sim, dia não. Como tem hoje, amanhã nós vamos jogar outra coisa. Não sei o que vai ser ainda, tô pensando. Mas vai ter. Outra coisa não. Aí, tá vendo? Então eu tava encostado aqui agora que eu fico de frente. Ah, você tá aparecendo aí? Aí o que eu vou fazer? O suporte técnico vai resolver o problema aí. Já resolveu aqui. Já resolveu. O porte técnico foi rápido aqui. Vamos lá pro Domination. Eu fiquei puto com o jogo lá que a gente perdeu. Os caras roubaram muito, velho. Os caras, 18 rebotes ofensivos, acreditam nisso? É. Aí eu fiquei puto, comprei uns caras pro time, porque o Poçante, qual é o nome dele? O Atetão Compo não tava mais dando. No cartinha normal dele não segura mais. Não segura mais de jeito nenhum. Comprar contratos. Compra, se foda. Mas gastar 2.100 é sacanagem. A gente tem contrato pra usar agora. Tô com preguiça. E aí, cara, tem de novo esse time? Ah, mas a gente ganhou, mas não fez a pontuação. Então aí complica. 3 brotherzinhos aí na live. Agradeço a todo mundo que tá chegando aí. Poder dar um likezinho. Se inscrever também. Live todo dia, hein? Estamos aí todo dia. Pelo menos 5, 6 horinhas. Vambora. Foi esse time aí mesmo. Esse time aí que pegou 18 rebotes contra a gente. Muito triste. Nossa cadeira aqui já tá me colando nas costas.
Welcome everyone to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. It's San Diego facing Utah.
Vambora.
All right, let's set the floor.
Esse mexe aqui é foda, hein? Dá pra tomar bola dele.
Ready to go. Taking a look at San Diego.
Boa.
Kevin Love out there with LeBron James. And there's Bryant. Then it's Magic Johnson. And it's Mike in at the 5, down low.
Yeah, you gotta know Bryant looking to shoot as soon as he gets the ball. The D can't give him any daylight.
Here's
Aqui é Jones.
at the elbow, it's Heel over Bryant.
Ah, já começou, ó. O primeiro rebote do cara. Foi esse cidadão mesmo que fez aquilo mesmo. Já tá ele aí, já é o primeiro ganho. Eles vão contando aí. Quantos rebotes esse maldito vai ter? Quantos rebotes esse cara vai pegar? Ontem foi infernal. Perdi o jogo com os rebotes ofensivos desse filho da puta. Lebron tem que jogar melhor, tá jogando mal. Jogou 2 partidas muito mal. Vamos lá.
Over James, and it's Wiggins missing. Now San Diego with it. LeBron outside.
Aí não pode gritar.
No good on the shot, and Utah the other way now. Here's Wiggins, and the rejection by LeBron.
E olha, o que é isso aí?
You gotta be cautious around James. He's always on the hunt.
Não pode gritar não.
Defense in your rear view may be closer than they appear.
Senão me prejudica aqui. Quer que eu faça lá e vai ficar gritando?
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter.
Nash,
The pass.
Lebrão, marca mesmo.
That makes them 1 for 5 from the field so
Que é
far.
ditadura.
Start getting some better looks.
Johnson. The second effort. Bryant finds Johnson. Second chance shot.
Cara, os caras marcam tudo.
6 on the shot clock.
Boa. Boa.
Let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. And that was an unleashed chaos replay, courtesy of Under Armour, wreaking havoc at the rim.
Calma.
Now here's Nash.
Vai voltar no banco.
Doing the pass to Wiggins. With some arc, and
Nossa,
Duncan lays
esse
it in.
banco é
Duncan's got his first 2 points of the night.
And Duncan just superb when he gets in close to the basket. Has a number of
Boa,
goals
Kobe.
to choose from, and that soft
Rachoaram.
near the rim. Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless net.
Volta, médico,
rotating
volta.
inside.
Não, cara, não faça um negócio desse. Boa.
San Diego getting their last shot to go in. Kobe goes in. Back to Johnson. Inside.
Boa.
Wilkins' shot is good.
And the insane peripheral
Pick
vision
out.
there. If anyone's open, even for an instant, Magic's gonna find you.
LeBron signing a 4-year deal with the Lakers. Greg, many speculated it might happen, but it was still a shock to many.
Makes sense
Noite é
from
nosso.
LeBron's
Não é, né?
standpoint.
Não é nosso, né? Não é. Já estão eles aí, os rebotes ofensivos deles, mas não para. É um troço de louco. Boa. Sofre a falta. Só, né? Tem tranquilidade pra bater.
Free throws of the game. And the first one
Primeiro.
Utah ends up going with the new group.
Segundo.
Good from the line that time.
He's so confident.
Vai dar bobeira de entregar.
Every free throw he takes.
Utah trails by 6.
Boa.
Hardaway with the steal.
Boa, calma. Calma. Tem que ter pressa. Tem uma vantagem grande. Não grande, né? Mano, que merda foi essa, velho?
Ariza outside. San Diego moving the ball around. Here's Hardaway.
Boa.
And he banks in the layup.
Yeah, good awareness there.
Boa jogada, hein?
And doesn't hesitate. Well, that opening right there, that's just because the defense
Boa jogada.
And a first time out of the game called for Utah.
And when you take a look at that shot chart, the amount of misses lately,
Boa
really,
jogada.
Man, this is a joke. I mean, there's been some glimpses of hope, but they've been few and far between.
Calma. Ah, vacilou, né? Eles forçaram o lance ali, era jogada tranquilo pra gente marcar. Não vacilou. Boa. Esse Yao aqui, mano, Yao Ming não pode brincar com ele não, o tamanho do cara. O cara tem quase 2 metros, tem mais de 2 metros, filho da puta. Muito alto. Teodosic. Aí, marcão péssimo. Nossa senhora, esse Kobe é insano, velho. O que o menino faz? É insano, rapaz. Vamos lá, João. Marcar. A bola vai parar no Yao, velho. Os caras gostam de apelar com essa porra. Não, velho. Yao é muito difícil de marcar. Ele é muito alto, velho. A altura desse cara é surreal, mano. Boa. Tá aí joga pra caralho também. Essa cartinha é bom, você viu?
You're right, Greg. Defense was nothing but an afterthought on that drive to the hoop.
And Kev, if someone was there to contest it, it wouldn't have done any good.
Calma. Vou marcar, hein?
Here's Teodosic. Here's Simmons.
Ah, não é possível.
He's a tricky player. He's so difficult to guard. Simmons excels at going with the...
Oh, it's good. It's good. And money to end the quarter there to triple.
What a lift that shot.
And so it's San Diego holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. Back right after this. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. Hey guys, what's your take on San Diego so far?
I mean, an interesting first quarter. The pressure D seems to be causing a lot of turnover.
Well, that's what happens when you're aggressive on that end of the floor. They took a few chances and took control of the game.
Fox is out there with Ben Simmons. Then there's Yao. Then there's Eduardo Nahara. And it's Mills in at the point guard. That's the group right now for Utah. Passes it to Yao. Just 5 to shoot.
Mas esse Yao é ridículo, velho. Não tem como jogar contra ele. Não tem como. Esse Yao é ridículo. Esse cara jogando basquete é sacanagem. Porra, ele é muito mais alto que o cara.
San Diego shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. And he makes the first.
And Hardaway's nickname came from his grandmother. She was calling him pretty, but with that southern drawl, it sounded like Penny.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Tumbo is checked in for Yao. And Olajuwon subbed in for Simmons. Fox kicks to Mills. Fires for 3. That one doesn't drop. So San Diego will take it the other way. Here's Ariza. No good on the 3.
And I think that one could have easily have thrown for him.
And it's Fox with the jam.
É a mesma faixa do jogo que a gente começa a se preocupar toda vez. Segundo quarto é um terror pra gente.
Give the loose D an assist on that one. Get a body on him.
Outside Hardaway. Pass to Eaton. And it's
Boa.
good assisting on the play with Hardaway.
Boa bola.
Hardaway's got 3 assists in the game. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor. San Diego leading by 9. Here's the 3.
Morales, vamos sabe, essa mão aí tua tá descalibrada, né? Tu acertou. Eu acho que aquela que tu acertou foi cagada. Meu Deus, quem é esse jogador desse que acerta tudo de três? Até agora eu não identifiquei quem é esse raio. Filha da puta, acerta tudo, mano. Não.
To Eaton. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
And how about the excellent court vision? Just keeping the defense off balance.
Well, if you're his teammate, you love this right now because all you have to do is focus on finishing.
Utah calls timeout. And it's a completely new group for San Diego. Second quarter play with almost 3 minutes gone. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance point.
Vamos pegar rebote sem ferido. Não, cadê o Bright?
Matchup, especially when he's attacking the offensive board.
And finished off by LeBron.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
Well, that's just a good example of why the score is what it is. I mean, they need to protect the rim a lot better than that.
Kept alive.
Porra, os caras não perderam o rebote de novo. Caralho, ganhar rebote contra esses caras é...
Johnson goes in. Makes it
Ah,
off the glass.
vira
And now
isso.
a 10-point San Diego lead.
And when you have
Então o pivô reserva deles é o Yao.
what a tremendous advantage. Magic can really match up with all 5 positions.
Can't hit the free throw line jump. We've got 1:18 left to play here in the half. Hield dishes to Duncan. To the left wing. Fires from 14. Another miss by Utah. San Diego leading by 10. Here's James. And James throws it down.
You can't give James a lane.
That's LeBron.
He's exceptionally quick at attacking on the drive.
LeBron's gotten 2 of his 3 shots to go tonight. Nash outside. Duncan against Love. Duncan, the pass to Nash. Shot clock at 6.
Marca, Love. Marca direito.
Hield from outside. Utah the rebound.
Mano, é ridículo. Mano, não tem como esse rebote ter ofensivo desses caras, não dá, mano. Nossa, olha o que aconteceu. Tudo que eu temia.
Wiggins kicks to Hield.
A gente marca certo pra perder rebote. Aí no lance seguinte entrega a bola.
Now Ewing over Mikan. Ewing can't get it to go.
Calma, não que vão querer roubar a bola aí.
And here's James outside. Drops in the tray. LeBron's got 7 points in the game.
I mean,
Castigador.
up on James. He's always ready to pull up when the D isn't up on him.
From deep 3-point range, and the last shot before the buzzer is off.
Foi bom demais até.
Welcome back, everyone, to Salt Lake City, Utah. That's the state capital right here in Utah. Really a sight to see when you get that kind of perspective from above. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You look at Kobe Bryant in this game, I mean, he has been everywhere.
And I loved in that first half that they were patient, looked for good shots, and knocked them down.
Yeah, then it wasn't all dunks. I mean, they were squaring
Manter só o ritmo. Tem que fazer os MT também, senão a gente não consegue passar desse time.
Johnson is up there with Kobe, and it's LeBron James. Then there's Kevin Love, and it's Mike in at the 5.
And how about a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead?
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Yeah, and that's when he starts throwing it down. That's when they're coming at you
Yeah,
from
bro.
all angles.
And so James will bring it up for San Diego. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points.
The tenacity, the attention to detail, it's why these guys are in complete control.
But they continue to extend the lead. Terrific play on both ends of the court.
Nossa senhora. Agora a marcação que ele fez. Horrível, horroroso.
Great opportunity for a 3-point play. Utah shooting their first free throw of the game. On the free throw, no good.
Wow, he's really been dragging them down.
And the dunk by LeBron.
Man, you gotta love watching James.
Esse jogo tá
Demonstrating how
jogando fundo da pelota. Boa, boa, boa.
Down low. Lets it fly from 18. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
And you see he's not worried about what's on the scoreboard. He just wants to go ham each possession.
Utah calls timeout.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Well, I think the first thing they need to talk about are the rotations. There's a lot of miscommunication out there. Well, I only got one thing to say. I mean, if you hate LeBron, keep hating. I mean, didn't he accomplish everything he wanted to in Cleveland?
Já era pra você. Essa aqui, ó. O time tá começando a jogar, hein? Tá entrosando. Nós compramos o cara ontem. O Love tá meio discreto, né? Apesar de ele tá fazendo bem o simples aqui. Mas é um jogador que tem qualidade de arremesso. Ó. E isso, olha o Nash, velho. Porra, tá de sacanagem esse lance. Não, é marcar, aqui é marcar. Vamos marcar, boa. Aí, Lebron. Só disparar. Kobe. É Kobe. Love.
Nash against Johnson. And Magic Johnson with the slam.
And everything they're attempting is going in. Tremendous run here in the third.
Well, I don't know what they talked about at halftime, but they found a weakness in the defense.
Nash dishes to Ewing.
Boa, boa. O time tá jogando pra caralho.
And for LeBron, this decision to come to LA was less about C-Web, his legacy, and more about his life.
I mean, he wanted a new challenge. Let's think about it. He gets to play in the West for the first time. That's a different style of play. I mean, it's the biggest market he's ever been in. He can take advantage of life off the court for once. I mean, he's close to his son who plays in high school in LA. You know he's a family man. And the Lakers had a lot to offer LeBron beyond basketball.
So, Utah throwing with an almost entirely new group here. Olajuwon's checked in for Ewing. Ben Simmons comes in for Tim Duncan. Fox, he's checked in for Buddy Hield. And it's Mills in for Steve Nash.
Olajuwon. Só que o dele é muito melhor que o meu.
Olajuwon inside. He's guarded by Olajuwon. A nice shot by
Olajuwon
Olajuwon.
dele. As 500 vezes dele. A bola no LeBron, porque ele tá decidindo o bagulho nesse jogo aí, né? O jogo King veio pra mitar.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. This is his first free throw of the game. Free throw drops for James.
The GOAT watch continues. Every year, every
Os
accomplishment.
dois convertidos pelo monstro.
I mean, LeBron will probably never be able to escape.
Eduardo Nahara checked in for Utah.
Pra que fazer essa falta, rapaz? Pelo amor de Deus. É só pra atrapalhar o cara, não é pra fazer essa. Só marcar isso, né? Esse Simons, esse cara é jogador mentiroso do caramba. Tem 85 no overall, mas não consegue marcar o cara nem. E isso, né, mano? Esse foi pra isso que eu te contratei. Que jogar você tá jogando aí, mano. Aquele jogo de ontem não é realístico. Não equivale para aqui que eu contratei. Calma, calma. Ele vai. Se vai, pô.
And it's good for
O jogador, o João dele é muito mais
He's
forte.
got his second bucket of the night.
I mean, he makes plays
Mais forte.
like that in his sleep. The game is just far too easy.
Hardaway goes in. Out to Stoudemire. No good. And Utah the other way now. Here's Teodosic.
Teodosic não dá, né?
To the paint. Here's Simmons. And a
Esse Simmons,
great assist
cara.
by
Que jogador filho da
Teodosic as
puta é
that
esse?
one goes in. Simmons got
Que
six.
jogador filho da
Increasing
puta
the
é esse?
physicality of the game. Simmons, he's used to getting knocked around a bit.
Jogadorzinho safado.
Just like butter.
Não tem stat nenhuma de destaque. Mas ninguém, filho da puta, que não consegue marcar ele. Isso.
Hardaway goes in. And then Hardaway
Isso,
with
mano.
the dunk.
And just fluid.
Adoeu, reserva de luxo.
To finish
O maluco entra, faz
attacking
muito
now
pouco.
with purpose.
Essa nós estamos ganhando
17
tranquilo.
seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Teodosic. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
É contigo, hein, mano?
Here's Elijah one. Misses and he
Tem que
wants
ser
to
o cara
go
errou.
back. And as we
Até
conclude the
que
third
enfim.
quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. San Diego ahead, opening up a huge gap. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. In a moment now, as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Teodosic out there with Simmons. And it's Mutombo. Then there's Eduardo Nahara. And it's Yao in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's
Essa
the group
partida
right
acho que a
now
gente
for
vai conseguir a
Utah.
pontuação.
And here's Utah.
Vamos ganhando com as.
Here's Simmons.
Ó, Iau.
Eaton grabs the miss.
Uma defesa.
Great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Yeah, he has that capacity. He knows exactly where to position himself to protect the rim.
It's Ariza on the wing. Now the pass to Eaton. Hornacek kicks to Nowitzki. Over Yao. Hits the front of the rim and out. They've been a
Vamos
little
que
skittish
vamos.
with the ball out there.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg.
Até que é isso?
Oftentimes you just
O
gotta
Iverson
make that
também,
first
mano. Tem que
simple
pegar aquele, a
play
carteou o palo dele.
from that.
Que é essa aí,
And
mano.
Utah making a change here. Mills is checked in.
Não consigo jogar com ela.
Iverson outside. And it's sent back by Mutombo.
Não dá com o Iverson não.
Velocity on display defensively here from Mutombo. Just an incredible
Tem que
shot.
marcar para não complicar.
Nahara, the pass to Yao.
Ah, Iau é brincadeira, velho. Ele é muito apelão esse jogador.
Passes into the paint have to be precise, just like that.
É difícil usar essa palavra apelão no NBA, mas ele é apelão. O cara de 2 metros, não tem como marcar essa porra.
Going with an almost entirely new group here.
Quero pegar a carta dele 97, botar ele lá dentro da. Pegar o rebote tudo.
Fields checked in for Teodosic. Nash is subbed in for Patty Mills. Here's Johnson.
Solta essa bola, solta o Iau vem.
Field goal. He's shooting a hot
Já viu o tamanho do cara?
70%. 5 for 7. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now.
Magic, é Magic.
Nash with it.
Ô Nash, nesse jogo ele não fez nada. Meu Deus.
It's hauled in by San Diego. Love's got 5 rebounds tonight. James wide
Ó,
open.
o Lebron tá sinistro.
From beyond the arc.
É, mano.
James has got 13 points in the second half.
Playoff the game é o Lebron.
Closing up for
Destruiu nesse jogo.
You know, LeBron has it all. It's been a fantastic evening for him.
They kick out to Heel.
Ó, Iau.
Tips it back in.
Iau é sacanagem, velho.
Having the same impact
Mano, que
on the
jogador.
offensive glass
Filho
that
da
they did
puta
in
esse.
the first half. It would help them cut into this lead if they could create some more second chances.
Só dá Lebron no bagulho.
On the wing, Kobe. Covered by Heel. Here's Bryant. Gets it to go from 18 feet away.
This score will be very different without his offense.
O time tá da hora, velho.
And it's Utah's ball. Pass to Duncan. Over Love. Duncan misses.
And as he squares up for mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Well, he did a great job of staying patient, letting the man make his move, and getting right up on the jump shot.
And he gets it to go.
And the jump shot Love possesses is a weapon. He's dangerous, man. He's a dangerous threat from the mid-range.
Nash kicks to Duncan. Back to Nash. We've got 1:48 left in the fourth quarter.
Meu Deus, esse Nash aí também é sacanagem. Olha isso, no meio dos caras todos.
Well, he created a little separation from that mid-range. Just a good shot for him in this situation.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
First one falls for. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here.
Nem tava nas noites mais inspirado um pouco, né? Mesmo ele não estando inspirado, foi dizendo. Lebron comeu a bola, mano. Lebron acabou com o jogo. Calma, calma. Acho que a gente vai conseguir a pontuação.
They get a hand on it. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation.
And they're just playing fast and loose. Sometimes that'll burn you.
Chegando a meia hora de live. Na verdade não é meia hora, ele tá uma hora já, porque já tá fazendo meia hora toda.
Fox is checked in San Diego, also making a switch. Hornacek's checked in.
Já meia hora na que da primeiro vídeo, onde a chuva atrapalhou com tudo. Vamos voltar para o modo carreira depois dessa aqui, né? Tem que ocupar muito nosso jogador. Estamos com 92, mas até o 99 é um longo caminho. Até se tornar linda, temos uma longa estrada. Fala, John. Tem que aprender a usar o Iverson melhor. Ariza. Esse Ariza aí é brabo que eu peguei. Cartinha 92 dele é. Maluco é destruidor ali no 3 pontos. Deus. Filha da puta. Nessa não é brincando, hein? Dessa não é brincando, hein? Eu consegui posicionar melhor pro V-Bot. 29 pontos de vantagem. Baita vitória. Vamos pro modo carreira que nós vamos. É nossa. Iverson só pô, o Iverson só na gingada deixou o cara sentado. Imagina aquele último dele. San Diego needs to get off a shot. Hakeem Olajuwon with the rebound. Acabou. Teodosic pode ficar aí mesmo, tu vai mesmo. Final. Final de partida. 79-50, 29 pontos MT.
Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching.
Ó. Bastante. Não, passa de 700, pelo amor de Deus. Maravilha. Nós jogamos para isso aí, meu. Fizemos quase 900. Está ótimo. Maravilhoso. Vamos lá. Vamos voltar para o modo carreira. A partida já está quase no final, né? Mas aconteceu aquela cagada toda ali. Na verdade, o Bernardinho não é pivô, não é centroeste. Ele é ala. Amador. Vamos ver aqui. Falta. Não faltam tantos jogos, não. Mas depois tem aquele time brabo lá, né? É o Lakers de todos os tempos. Boston todo o tempo e o Chicago, né? Vão ser jogos bem complicados. Vamos verificar quem falta aqui. Que ela não vai pegar. Faltam conseguir mais. Comprar mais 7 jogadores para poder liberar. Vou pegar agora o próximo vai ser o Tom Madjonovic. O Patrick também, o Sloman, todos esses três. Aí a gente tem que comprar mais 7 cartas dessa para poder liberar essas aqui de baixo. Os amatistas, porque essas amatistas aqui já são sinistras, mano. Olha sim. Vai ser o drink aqui. Uma defesa dele é uma merda, velho. Tá vendo como o Verão engana? Defesa do. Não, mas ele parece ser bom, né? Smith. Esse Smith aqui é sinistro. Caralho. Esse Smith aqui é brabo. Olha o Ingram aqui, 94. Cacete. Olha. Brabo também. Estou querendo esse maluco jogar pra caralho. Matos Kembe. Esse maluco aqui não sei quem é não. É das antigas esse aqui. E o amigo, a carta do rapaz. E o que que é? Pivô. É pivô. Esse cabelão tá aqui, mano. Acho que vai ser o primeiro, vai ser ele. Barão Davis. Essas aqui são as diamantes. Essa aqui tá. Nossa senhora, esse cara. O Patrick Ewing. Não sei como fala. E ele tem o Duncan. Tem o Tom Peace. Joe White. Rick Barry. Só jogador fraco, né? Essas aqui são as opadas. Essas aqui são sacanagem. Isso. Olha aqui. Aqui é sozinho na joga. Não precisa fazer nada. 2 brotherzinhos aí na live. Vamos aqui abrindo. Estamos abrindo os packs de recompensa. Isso aqui não vem jogador, né? Só vem uniformes, ginásio, contrato. Agora vamos lá para o carreira. Vocês podem ver que ele tem 125 mil moedas, né? 125 mil. Ele só não investe isso no jogador porque não tem como mais, né? Não estamos com as habilidades todas com upgrade.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Temos que liberar.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K
Os
Sports. I'm Rudy
rompeguinhos.
Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Phoenix Suns going up against the Lakers in Los Angeles. And for Los Angeles, they've been on a tremendous run, and we're deep enough into the season now to know that it's no mirage. These guys definitely for real. And Devin Booker, the youngest player to ever score 70 in a single game. Shaq, how impressive is that?
You know, it's so impressive that even Kyrie Irving mentioned that Booker's got the it factor. Might set a few more records before it's done, Ernie.
Yeah.
Vamos carregar isso aí.
Game, you can't have enough shooting. And Booker's also a pretty sneaky playmaker. Sneaky. Doesn't really show it all the time.
Então nós temos pelo menos mais 4 horas.
Kevin Harlan.
14h30.
We're going courtside.
E
He's got the
live.
call.
3 brothers aí na live. Cadê os rapaziada que tá colando aí? Se quiser deixar um likezinho, se inscrever no canal. Tamo aí todo dia. Todo dia. Fazendo pelo menos 5, 6 horas. NBA tem hoje, amanhã tem outro. NBA um dia sim, um dia não. Pô, esse carregamento tá meio estranho, mano. Que tá lento assim? Por que está lento dessa maneira? Olha como tá demorando. Tô entendendo qual é a parada. Não estou entendendo. Eu sou desse tempo todo para fazer isso. Eu tenho ido mais rápido. Fala.
Welcome, everyone, to this 2K Sports broadcast live in Los Angeles at the Staples Center.
And the Staples Center.
Always bring us some incredible NBA action.
Vamos ver se a gente faz uma partida boa aí. Fazer uma pontuação lá. Quanto maior a nota, maior o número de moedas. Estamos em busca de chegar em 7 milhões e meio de seguidores para poder liberar o contrato do Futebol. Provavelmente ele vai ganhar uma bala. Esse ano acaba meu contrato com o Lakers também. 4 anos. É o último. Vamos ver o que vai dar, né? Vamos ver quanto que eles vão nos oferecer para a renovação. Eu espero uma quantia melhor, né? Pelo menos 2, 3 mil moedas por partida. Pelo menos. Pode ganhar, né? 13 mil a gente merece, né? Provavelmente vamos ganhar. Né?
Well, yeah, I mean, guys are really doing a great job on that level and given the opportunity to play in this game. And it's maybe because so many young players are being counted on for big roles now. You know, the game has kind of changed where in the past they would be on the side.
O intuito aqui é de chegar no overall 99 para a gente poder jogar lá no My Park. Os modos que tem lá online. Apesar do delay, nós vamos tentar se adaptar. Mas isso aí só depois de chegar ao level 99. Quando ele virar uma lenda. Antes disso, é aí esse modo aí mesmo. O modo carreira e o Maitinha, né? Quando você manda seu elenco, só. Boa.
Nice start for them offensively. 3 of 4 to kick things off.
Lakers shooting their first free throw of the game right now. Free throw good, AI.
She throw good, AI.
So many talk about the 2001 Lakers and how they might be one of the greatest teams to ever play. You saw their talent firsthand. What do you think?
I think they had Kevin, a Hall of Fame coach, 2 the greatest players to ever play the game, and Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe Bryant, and right there, that 15-1 in the playoffs.
Já me arrumaram a perdida de bola.
Kobe and Shaq were very motivated that year, and I think they're in the conversation for best team ever.
And AI throws it down.
Such a strong finisher for a floor general.
He was up high, and he came down hard. Exquisitely done.
Can you say poster? Those are some impressive ups. Way to go, Vern.
And that's up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
Now here's Booker. 32 points for him last game against the Nuggets in Denver. AI outside. the wing, Harris. Clock at 4. Here's Costa. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. AI's got 13 points.
He has them reeling. They haven't had an answer for him this quarter.
And so Ulis will bring it up for Phoenix. They trail by 3. For the finish. And
Nossa, que apelação, hein, mano?
so he'll get a chance at the line.
Meu Deus.
It's going to be on Tyler Ulis.
Perde a bola saindo
Lakers shooting their
pancada.
second and third shots at the line right here.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Both teams will make substitutions. Suns trail by 5. Knocks it loose. Has to be on board. And so it looks like the Suns will retain possession here. And now a chance to honor a player who has been on fire recently. His play has earned him Player of the Week in the West.
And the way that he's been able to kind of create something out of nothing for his teammates has been remarkable. Fantastic and timely passing combined with his vision is something that all players should aspire to have.
Meu Deus, bom, pelo amor de Deus, não faça isso comigo. Não me erre uma bola da vida. Simples, bola simples, simples. Inaceitável.
And the Lakers with another miss.
And that's the shot you
Tô vendo
want
que
to
o negócio não
create,
tá
they
fácil.
just can't get it to fall.
Well, that just shows you can do
Jogador do
everything
meu
right
time são tudo
sometimes and
sacanagem.
still get the wrong result.
And it was Magic Johnson, Greg, who said Ingram is untouchable. Also feels Ingram can be an elite scorer.
Yeah, I mean, Ingram
Interno, fica dando largadinho, né? Pega topo toda hora, agora já tá manjado esse
on
troço.
offense, and when he heard of how highly Magic thought of him, it made Ingram want to work even harder. You can certainly see the huge leaps he's made as a scorer since Magic kind of gave him that vote of confidence.
Here's Biyombo following the basket by Lonzo Ball. Passes it to McCree. The Suns need to get a shot off. Bridges shot. Good.
And Jackson is a terrific passer at that forward position. Fantastic at setting the table for his guys.
Now, here's AI. He had 28 points in the win against Oklahoma City.
Oh, Kevin, not a penny, not a Manny, but a
Uma bola.
Bounce to the ounce, Greg. Yeah, showing off the bunnies. Okobo, he's guarded by AI. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Biyombo, the pass to Bridges. Jackson from long range. Tries again, and it's good on the way-in. McCree's got his second basket.
Look, he doesn't waste time. Once he gets the rebound, he does what he should. Goes right back up.
Here's Kramer. Good on the triple.
And the score here, Kevin, early on.
Vai ser cagado.
How well they've shot.
Essa eu admito.
Okobo, he's guarded by AI. And there's the defensive 3-second call. The Suns shooting their first free throw of the night here. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. There's 10 seconds left here in the first quarter. With 4 seconds on the clock, that one no good. Back to action after this word.
Não deu tempo de arremesso. Na hora do ato.
Platoon swap here for the Lakers. Pass to Booker.
Tá pra me marcar quem? Já decidiram, mano? Se decidir, você me avisa. A seta apontando para um lado e para o outro. Não chega a uma conclusão.
Running the floor for the Suns. Booker and Bridges are the wings. Bismack Biyombo is out there with Marcus Morris. And it's Ulis in at the point.
Se decidir.
Now, how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more, you're right. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Tem que se decidir.
Kevin,
Né?
AI in their last time out against the Thunder was tremendous. He ended with 28 points and also found a lot of open guys with a big assist.
Amanhã eu vou ver o jogo que eu vou jogar, mas eu acho que eu vou jogar com
to see what he can do tonight. Kevin?
David, appreciate the report. He was a one-man show in that game.
And, you know, it'll be interesting to see how much that took out of him. I mean, he'll have a hard time putting up anything even close to those numbers here tonight.
I mean, well, it should have taken all the energy out of him. It should have taken something out of him, Greg. I mean, he pushed the envelope in every way that night.
Sabia que eu ia racinar.
Suns trail by 13.
Sabia.
To the paint. Here's Ulis. And the pass to Bridges. Ulis with it. Working on AI. Excellent D there from AI.
And still, he's scoreless. Boy, they could use just a little bit of help from him.
And a wide open look for James. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Now Phoenix shooting just 33%, struggling to get good looks. Booker against James. Now, here's Ulis. Defense is right there. Back to Booker. 4 on the shot clock. Launches a 3, and that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
He played a very solid first quarter. Now he's taking it up a notch here in the second.
Here's Costa. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Here's Ulis. Doesn't go for it. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
Capricha nessa
I thought the
vez.
opponent's defense
Capricha.
just never showed up.
But I like that they attacked those weaknesses. They made him pay for a lackluster effort.
LeBron against Booker. Over LeBron. No good from Booker.
He may have missed it, but that's a clean look at the basket.
Here's Costa. An amazing shot, just barely beat the buzzer. And so it's Los Angeles with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. They've been playing some inspired defense. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Really an incredible game from AI.
Yeah, the kind of leadership he provides, the pinpoint passing, we saw it all there on display in that first half.
Well, as a finisher, you're expected to play in that kind of environment because you know you could get the ball at any time.
LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. AI is out there with Harris, and it's Longley in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the Laker 5. When it came to a big man's responsibilities, you helped pave the way for so much change in that regard, but what are some of the big secrets now that weren't done when you were playing?
I don't know, Kevin, if it was anything that they weren't doing, but it's the freedom to do it with consistency. So even if we talk about a Larry Bird, who only could shoot maybe 3.5 a game, let's just round it up to 2 threes a game. Well, now, what if Larry Bird had the freedom to shoot 10 threes a game like guys do now? And so I think that the game has caught up with players' skill set as opposed to the skill set catching up with players' game. So no longer are you held to being a big man. Now you can be a basketball player, and being a basketball player for Dirk Nowitzki is much better than him being a big man. Dirk Nowitzki being a basketball player that he is means that he is a threat wherever he is on the floor because he's not just limited to a 2-foot box space there in the post. And for defenders like myself, I would much rather Dirk Nowitzki have to stay 2 feet in the post than to be able to shoot the ball whenever, wherever he wanted to. Because I tell you what, now you got a problem because he can knock it down from anywhere and everywhere that he wants.
Near the three-point line, it's Booker. They get it again. Biyombo, it's tipped, and he's able to get it back. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Both teams will make substitutions. Lakers leading by 14. AI right side. Goes to the reverse layup. AI's got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
And here we go. Fast break, and AI's got it. And Ingram the bucket on the assist by AI. AI's got assist number 5 here tonight. Suns trail by 18. And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. See, we have a big rule change. Defenders have to give jump shooters space to land. Your thoughts on that?
Great. Thank you. Think about if a guy is hot, you can't stop him. You should not be able to embellish with the rules by sliding your foot up under a guy. If we all remember, I believe that San Antonio a couple of years ago in game 1, and Pachulia inadvertently put his foot up under Kawhi Leonard, and Kawhi was injured. You have to give space to come down. You can't be thinking about that on the way down. We don't want players injured or hurt in this game because of a lack of paying attention to detail, and I think this rule really helps it. Defenders have done it for years. It could be viewed as dirty, but I'm glad the NBA did something about it. I'm very happy about it. And check this out. I'm going to see a lot of guys knocking down even more things.
If you let him get that deep,
this
is what you can expect.
Yeah, well, there's toughness and skills in there. It's a rough problem.
Everything attempting is going in. Tremendous run here in the third.
Well, I don't know what they talked about at halftime, but they found a weakness in the defense.
Bridges, he's checked in for Devin Booker.
And the game Harris has is similar to Paul George, an effective, gifted player who possesses a ton of confidence.
Jackson has the open look. No good with the triple.
Que é isso? Isso é falta, Silves.
And here's Los Angeles. They're on a 13-4 run right now. And it's Harris off the drive. And it's Corey Harris with the jam.
And that monster lead continues to grow. They are just piling it on now.
But give the coaches a little credit. It's been some great play calling. Each guy doing his part. This is what you're hoping to achieve.
Back to Warren. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Remember, T.J. Warren, he averaged 25 a game his second season at NC State. You want to know his role in the NBA? It's quite simple. A professional scorer.
Ball's checked in for Harris. Kuzma kicks to AI. Here's Kramer. Rebounded by Jackson. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Phoenix Suns. Stolen by Ball. Here's Kuzma.
Meu filho, por que você faz isso aí? Por que você não ficou parado e recebeu, plantou o pé no chão e arremessou? Só isso? Não, quer dar saltinho pro lado, né? Fazer essa frescura toda para arremessar, o que acontece? Essa merda que acontece. Era simples, a jogada era simples, não tinha nada demais de se fazer, nada. Nada, era assim. Pegar a bola.
Here's Kramer. Los Angeles with another miss.
Mas não, tem que inventar. Quando a gente inventa, dá não sei.
Okobo, he's guarded by AI. Kicks it to Jackson. He gets it in there. Jackson's got his second.
Os caras não inventam, vocês inventam.
Down low for Jackson. He's showing all the tools in that toolbox.
Vocês estão sempre inventando.
Attacking the rim.
Phoenix has gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Timeout called. The Suns.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they've got to talk about.
Ooh, this is ugly. No question about it. And you wonder if these matchups are favoring them right now.
Quase.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Longley comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And James subbed in for Ingram. Biombo's checked in for the Suns. Marcus Morris comes in for T.J. Warren.
CJ Ward.
Okobo, and good, and it takes a nice bounce off
Yeah,
that
right.
iron and down.
Well, he caught him in stride with the lead pass. Now that was time.
Here's Costa. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. James has got his 4th assist in this one. Suns trail by 21. Okobo, he's guarded by AI, and no good. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
Só fazendo. Só fazendo.
One player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
Okobo.
Good.
Good from outside. Lakers leading by 23. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here's Costa. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Biyombo's got 7 rebounds in the game. And stolen by LeBron.
And this is where you milk the clock.
You're exactly right. No reason to give your opponent another crack at this. It's all you.
Well, I like that he shows no hesitation there.
Yeah, while he's taking off, no one on the other side reacts. They give up the easy points.
Okobo. Offline. And so it's Los Angeles, holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Back right after this.
Aí.
And
Está
let's
de
take
buenas.
this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind
Está
of
muito de
feeds are his
buenas.
bread and butter.
Control the pace. Get it to the right.
And the Lakers with possession here.
Último quarto.
Here's Costa.
Ver se a gente consegue
And
um
it's
double
Phoenix
duplo.
with the rebound.
Precisa de mais
That's
duas
the kind of
assistências.
D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Setting the floor for the Suns. Booker and Bridges are the wings.
As duas
TJ Warren out
assistências a
there
gente
with
completa.
Morris. And it's Ulis in at the one.
Normalmente a gente vai ganhar mais moeda.
Here's Costa. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
Reverse.
AI's got 12 points in just the second half. Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Now, here's Ulis. He's guarded by AI. Out to Morris. There's the steal. Here's James. And all around the rim that time before dropping in.
Ô, meu filho, tá fazendo nada aí na parede.
And when they've gone
Santa
to him,
paciência.
he has come through big time. You gotta
Não,
keep getting him
ninguém tá
touches.
jogando. Roubamos.
And AI throws it down.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover.
Chegar a mais nesse jogo.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Yeah, guys, and the finish is the perfect capper. I mean, taking it all the way to the 10.
Booker finds Warren. That one off the back iron and out. And here's James. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Down low. Out to AI. Pro basketball is one of the few sports.
I love how fierce James is.
Boa,
Ferocious dunk artiste.
And that last replay, courtesy of the Under Armour Hover Havoc, unleashing a little bit of chaos. And it's good, 2 points. James has got 20.
And every move he makes looks like the right one at this point.
Well, he's extremely accurate. Here, coming down the stretch, trying to see if he can close this one out.
Inside.
O que eu fiz, velho? Mas não tá marcando aqui.
Morris, no good.
Yeah, really frustrating right now. They just can't seem to stem the tide here.
Yeah, going up against a big run, trying to mount one of your own. I mean, it's exhausting and takes a tremendous amount of energy here.
And that pattern continues, guys. Another heat check, another log on the fire.
Oh, I know this feeling. They're in that special zone where you feel untouchable. They haven't missed in a while.
And slam dunk by Ingram.
Ingram's length and activity paying off. Great transition defense to offense.
The Suns have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. That's going to be over and back, not watching for the line that time.
And hate to make a mistake there. Have to stay focused.
You're so right. Trying to shrink the deficit, sometimes you push too hard to make something happen.
Zeller is checked in for Phoenix.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Lakers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that in man. They just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And when it's all said and done here, this will mark their 38th W on the year.
And continued dominance against this team, winning both of their matchups this season.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for AI.
Well, the biggest impact he had was with his on-the-ball defense. Such quick hands, his steals added up to a lot of extra possessions.
To the middle, Bonga, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And how much longer are they going to keep that foot on the accelerator?
At this point, it's just icing on the cake. Terrific run, closes it out.
Que mentira, velho. Me fuderam.
The dish to Warren. Clock at 6. Knocked away to stop the drought, and misses it off the right side of the rim. AI right side. James looking it over, and stolen by Zeller.
Tudo errado. No final deu tudo.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really
Uns 22 Bora. Mais uma.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. Shaq's here. Kenny's here. Welcome to this edition
Kenny's
of 2K
here.
Sports.
O que
For tonight's game, we'll be watching the Los Angeles Lakers as they go up against the Philadelphia 76ers. Taking a look at the 76ers, as good as they've been, they know this one won't be
Ben Simons.
easy.
Ah, esse
Trying
filho da
to steal
puta
a
aqui é
road
que
win
jogou
against
no
a
meu time,
very
joga pra caralho.
capable
Vamos ver se
team,
ele é bom.
and both teams are up for this one. And I'll tell you,
Vamos ver se ele é
two
bom.
tremendous defenses.
Aquilo é golpe. Esse aquilo é apenas um golpe para nos ludibriar. Não. É que esse mundo. Não.
It's game time in Los Angeles.
38
And let's go
partidas
straight over to
desta
David
nossa
Aldridge
quarta
for report
temporada.
before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Falta mais 3
He
para
is
chegar na
tremendous
metade.
size and skill to match DA. Thanks. Well, we have two terrific teams facing off in this one. Clark, would you
Três
say this is a
partidas.
measuring stick game?
I would think so, Kevin. I mean, certainly these teams will use it as a barometer for themselves. They both feel like they can play with anybody, so the confidence is not lacking. And these are two top-flight teams, and actually I'm anxious to see which one of them will come out on top in this one.
I agree. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. And so, in the game for the 76ers, The young stars, Simmons and Embiid at the 4 and 5. Fultz is out there with Allen. Now here's Embiid. They really needed more from him in that loss to Golden State. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. And it's Harris with the ball for Los Angeles. AI passes to Longley. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Being aware there, excellent recognition, fantastic playmaking leading to the nice shot.
Simmons finds Embiid, and the dunk by Embiid.
Boy, it's been beautiful to see Simmons working in pick and roll sets. He just knows when to shoot as well as when to pass the teammate.
Here's Costa. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
That's 3 straight shots to fall here to start. Looking good.
And there's the foul.
Pra que eu fui fazer essa coisa? Meu Deus.
That's his first foul.
Que burrice. Que burrice. Pra quê?
Here's Simmons, and it's denied.
Upping his intensity on the defensive end, love to see that. Kuzma uses his length and athleticism to challenge and alter shots.
Now, here's AI. He's coming off a
Isso é só falta pra um jogador idiota pra perder.
That night, his defense was remarkable as well. He was excellent at coming up with steals.
Here's Fultz after the made shot from AI, and finished off by Fultz.
Boy, when he's going to the rack, he has his height set on keeping it down, Kevin. Tenacious throwdown by Fultz.
Here's Costa. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. AI's got 8.
5 buckets without a miss. That's a fantastic start. Well, in case anybody doubts, the Lakers are still a premier destination for free agents. I mean, LA is LA. Historically, the Lakers have done a good job making the most of the attraction of playing in LA.
Defensive rebounding, just such a crucial part of the game.
Yeah, it's finishing your defense, Greg. We know that. You can defend, then you got to rebound the miss, and you got to get to the glass with intensity.
Now, here's AI. He's got 8. Pass to Longley.
Vai, careca.
No good that
Oh,
time.
careca.
Good D by Embiid. And the Lakers will seemingly always
Tô
be
marcando
a
ali, não.
player in free agency.
Well, I think a big part of it is the appeal of the city and the glamour that comes with being in LA, and not to mention the historical greatness of the franchise. I mean, the Lakers are a unique organization, not just in the NBA, but I think in all.
These defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
The 76ers trail by 6. Fultz kicks to Simmons. Shoots over Kuzma. No good from Simmons.
The defense has to be better. I mean, they were fortunate that he missed that mid-range jumper. It certainly wasn't because of the defense.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
And here are the 76ers now. Now here's Fultz. He's tightly guarded. 6 on the shot clock. Kuzma against Simmons. The 76ers with another miss. Lakers leading by 8. AI left side. The baseline J. It's Bounded by Fultz. 76ers have gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. Here's Forrest. Nailed from three-point land.
You got to recognize Simmons is a pass-first guy, which is why you can't leave somebody open around him.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. Ben Simmons, such a force when catching the ball, moving at the rim. But you know, Clark, he can get there on his own just as well.
Yeah, he's got a great knack for being able to get where he wants to with the ball. His size and strength and agility certainly help him. And he understands angles. This guy is just a jump shot away from being virtually unguardable, in my opinion.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
Outside Griffin. Here's Grove. From outside, off the mark. Los Angeles leading by 7. Here's Kramer. And too long on the shot.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Paul for 3. Good on the triple.
Don't underestimate him. He can knock that down.
59 seconds left to play in the first quarter. AI right side. Pass the ball. It's Ingram on the wing. Now, here's AI. Guarded by Fultz. And he makes that one. And 12 points for AI.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
You're right on target there, Greg. Of the last tip. Points they've allowed, 8 have come from in close.
Now here's Fultz. 23 points his last outing. Paul passes to Fultz. Money from the wing. Fultz has got his second basket of the night.
You know that.
And you know, Fultz has a consistent jumper, and when he's feeling it, it's lights out.
AI outside. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
Only 1 miss in his first 8 attempts. Coming out of the gate strong.
Here's Griffin. Up and in on the layup.
And just the sheer power of Griffin. One of the best finishers in the league after contact.
And don't go away. We'll be right back. It's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Philadelphia shooting their 4th attempt at the free throw line right here.
And 74% has been the mark for them on the season thus far.
Yeah, it's been a very frustrating season for them in that regard, guys.
LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. Harris is out there with AI. And it's Longley in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the Laker 5. He has a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, AI in their last time out against the Suns was superb. He scored 40 points and did his thing on the defensive end with a number of steals. When you look at the stat sheet, he was mind-blowing. It's hard to imagine he can follow it up tonight with that same level of production. Kevin, we'll see.
David, appreciate the report. He was a one-man show in that game.
And, you know, it'll be interesting to see how much that took out of him. I mean, he'll have a hard time putting up anything even close to those numbers here tonight.
Well, Greg, you know where I'm going. He was a stat sheet stuffer in that game. Did a little bit of everything and did it all well.
With the amount of characters and personalities on the Sixers team, Clark, you can't help but notice the attitude they play with.
Yeah, they play with edge, they play with brashness, some would say arrogance, but all of the championship teams have some element of that, and that's where they're looking to go. On occasion, if their emotions get out of whack, it could get them in trouble, but I think they'll learn as they grow to tone that down and use it in a positive way.
Lakers leading by 5. And 1:01 left to play here in the second quarter. Passes it to Longley. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Markelle Fultz has checked in for Bogdanovich. Now here's Fultz. Got a hand on it. And it's out of bounds. The 76ers able to retain possession here. Off the inbound.
You know, and he started off shooting it pretty well, but here in the second, he has started to falter.
Obviously, I mean, it would go a long way if he's making his shots. Right now, they're behind, and he certainly could use his help.
And AI gets it to go.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
As well he should, Greg. I mean, he always is looking to score the ball, even more so when he's hot. I like the mindset.
Here's Simmons after the made shot from AI. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. 5 on the clock. There's the pass to Embiid. Shoots over Longley. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers. Ahead by 9 is the quarter. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the... And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Really an incredible game from AI.
Oh, well, they've done a good job of letting the game come to them and really few forced shots here so far.
And, you know, Greg, I like how they've set the pace. There's a lot of time left in this one, so there's no rush. You don't have to go 70 miles an hour. Keep it at about 45.
And so, in the game for the 76ers, the incredible Simmons and Embiid down low. Fultz is out there with Allen. Certain guys just make it look effortless. And Clark, I'm sure you would have a nice list of some of the smoother operators, smoothest scorers in the league now.
Yeah, there's only one guy at the top of it for me. I mean, I love a lot of guys, and there are a number of guys that put up big numbers. But when you talk about uniqueness, size, agility, touch, range, KD is where it stops. Yeah. I mean, there's just been nobody quite like him. George Gervin comes to mind because of a similar build, but the Iceman was 6'7", maybe 6'8". KD is pushing 7 feet tall and just a tad more athletic. I mean, I just don't know if we've got a more lethal, smoother scorer than him.
And that one is good. And that's 18 points for AI.
Well, I tell you what, he's putting together quite a game here, knocking down shots and building upon this lead.
Allen kicks to Fultz. Allen against Harris. Releases. Allen's shot is off.
Tell you what, shooting 20% to start the second half doesn't bode well for how this will play out for this squad.
Pass to Longley. Back to LeBron. A slam dunk by Corey Harris.
And I tell you what, guys, I think that's the best part of James's game, and he's got a lot of good parts, but his vision is otherworldly.
Timeout called the 76ers. And the Sixers' strength, Clark, on the offensive end is how many ways they can attack a team.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Deadly in transition because of Simmons' size, speed, and passing ability. And if they don't have something in the initial thrust, Embiid, always an option to go to in the low post. They shoot it well from multiple positions. They've got a lot to like offensively.
certainly a few teams starting to solidify their spots in the power rankings. Others, not so much. You take a look at the 76ers. They sink a little bit here in the rankings, still, though, remaining in the top 5.
And when you look at Los Angeles, they continue to obliterate expectations because they found a way to get the most out of the guys on this roster.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from Griffin. Here's Costa, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Only one miss in his first 8 attempts, coming out of the gate strong.
Here's Griffin. Up and in on the layup.
And just the sheer power of Griffin, one of the best finishers in the league after contact.
And don't go away. It's on Markelle Fultz. Lakers shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. 2 shots. First one falls for him. And both free throws good for AI. The 76ers trail by 11. Here's Fultz. And the layup falls. Fultz has got 4 this quarter.
Man, I love the energy Fultz plays with, Kevin. I mean, when he's deep in the paint, he's really comfortable going up to shoot it.
Here's Costa. Connects on the open J. AI's got 22 points.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Grove. He's covered by Ingram. Out to the wing. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Grove. A 3-pointer off the mark. Lakers leading by 11. Let's go. And it's Griffin with the rebound. Griffin's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Paul outside. Here's Grove. Misses the 3. And for the Lakers, they're shooting a superb 63% from the field. And you look at Lonzo Ball, and mostly his offense stands out. But you know what, Clark? He is a strong defensive player as well.
Yeah, he really is. I mean, he's got a nice combination, Kevin, of strength and length, which allows him to stay in front and disrupt opposing players. Really good instincts on and off the ball, which I think is why he's able to come up with blocks and steals from his position. I don't think he gets enough credit for how good he is at the defensive end.
Now, here's Zubats. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Zubats has got his second basket of the night.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot. Well, this is what he likes to do. Try to break your spirit.
I think he's trying to put this one away, quite honestly. I mean, it feels like he can lay it up against any type of defense, and he can.
Here's Fultz. Good on the 7-footer. Fultz has got 10.
Well, nothing was going down for him in the first half, but since the break, he's been on target.
Here's Ball. Buries it down low. Ball's got the lead up to 13 now for the Lakers.
Nothing like having a little size on your side. Lonzo Ball using his size, even though he's getting body, he's able to stay with the shot.
Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
And how about a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead?
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Well, he's a guy that you know can hurt you with his passing, and right there, he does some damage with his finishing, too.
The Lakers making a switch here. James is checked in. Now, here's AI, and AI throws it down.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Boy, Ball has a nice feel for when his guys are open. He's solid, really solid when it comes to getting his teammates clean looks.
And another turnover here by Philadelphia.
And this is like another case of Murphy's Law right now, and it's been their own doing, really, just like we saw there.
AI in the post. Simmons is there. Nice shot by James.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working. It's like a charm.
Fultz with the ball. He's got 12. Kicks it to Embiid. Over Longley. And the 76ers tack on 2 more. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Lakers on top. They lead by 18. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports.
Dessa aqui, vamos jogar mais uma.
Coach Brett Brown with some words for his players.
We're going to take everything you got.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. LeBron James is out there with Longley. Then it's AI. Then there's Harris. And it's Rutan Mays in at the shooting guard position. That's the Laker 5. To the inside, Embiid. And it's in there. Embiid's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the 76ers. Lets it go from the wing. That misses off the backboard.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
To the wing right side. Fultz, no good.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
That's to Longley. Here's Rutan Mays. AI outside. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. That one goes. Count it. And the Lakers lead by 18.
Man, you got to respect and appreciate how polished LeBron is inside. I mean, he really excels at creating opportunities for himself close to the rim.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Yeah, and those illegal screens have really become a point of emphasis for the officials.
And it seems like they've been more than willing to crack down on those. Makes it tough to get as physical as you'd like to out there.
The 76ers making a switch here. Allen's checked in. Mark, when you played some tremendous talent at the forward position, as you go back in your Rolodex, who was the toughest matchup for you?
Well, I look at some of the names of guys that I played against. Mark Aguirre, Larry Bird, obviously Kevin McHale in Boston. Calvin Nat was terrific with Portland at the time. Marcus Johnson in Milwaukee. Bernard King in New York probably was the toughest guy I had to deal with because he was such an animal and beast as a scorer and was relentless in his movement without the ball.
Now, here's AI. Defense right on him. Here's the dish to Harris. AI outside. Passes to Kuzma. And again, the Lakers no good.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
And there's the pass to Zubats. Simmons finds Zubats. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Embiid, the pass to Zubats, takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
You know, for a big guy, Joel Embiid's floor awareness is pretty impressive. He does a pretty good job of finding open guys.
AI passes to Kuzma. Drops in the layup for two. Kuzma's got 4 this quarter.
Just terrific determination. First, compiling the lead, and now building on it.
And that's what you want to do. I mean, you can't let the opposition off the hook here. I mean, you've got to keep adding to that lead.
Embiid lays it up and banks it in.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around it. And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Los Angeles.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight they had both.
Yeah, and listen, you only get the assist if the guy you give it to makes the shot. So a lot of assists will up your field goal percentage. But this is a great team effort by everyone.
And this will push their record to 39 wins in a good effort tonight.
And with this win, it gives them a sweep of the season series, even though it's just a brief 2-game.
I tell you what, Greg, no matter how brief it is, anytime you can get a season series sweep, you're happy.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and look at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for AI.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel, and leaving nothing to chance here on this game-clinching run.
Exactly. Cold-blooded. Separation solidified. Great effort.
Crow, guarded by Harris. 6 to shoot. Knocked loose. Shot from the wing, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend. Now, that's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You gotta protect the rim.
Mm-hmm. Textbook defense all around. Nice job at contesting the shot without fouling, and that's how you do it. Well done.
And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. They poured it out tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd.
That's what I'm talking about. Get the game, baby.
Vamos para o Haiti. Continua. Será que tem mais um? Os caras já liberaram o código. Vamos ver. Vamos ver o que nós temos. Bandeiras. Vou pegar a ficha. Esse aqui. As costas estão começando a doer. Esse cara ligou o livro.
Greetings, everyone. Glad to have you here with us on this Wednesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. We've got Washington and San Diego. Ready? And so off the tip, it's Washington's ball. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So on the floor for Washington, we've got DeMarcus Cousins. Irving is out there with Jimmy Butler. And it's Green, and it's George in at the 3 spot. Now here's Johnson. Following the miss by DeMarcus Cousins, they double-team Johnson. Love with a wide-open look, and good coming off the assist by Magic Johnson. Love's got himself on the board with 3 there. And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for Washington. It's a 3-point game. Kicks to Cousins. Outside Irving. It's tipped. Just 5 to shoot. But deep 3 from George. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Johnson against Irving. And that one drops for him.
Boy, he reads the defense well. Makes a nice adjustment. Very dependable.
A slow start for Washington in this one. Outside Butler. Irving with a clean look. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot.
The thing about Kyrie, he has great natural balance when setting up for the jumper.
And Draymond Green, an extremely vocal leader. He's in his teammates' ears, always trying to keep them on edge. Also in his opponent's ears as well. And then there's the official. He tends to like to get in their ears as well.
Green with the block.
You know, so much of Draymond's rim protection comes from positioning. But this time, he just flat out got it.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. Butler on top. And Draymond Green, Greg, has been among the league leader in technicals. If you're one of his teammates or his coach, do you try to get him to dial it back?
You know, his greatest strength can probably also be his greatest weakness. That fire and motivation, really second to none, but careful not to hamper that enthusiasm. And a lot to like about that play, particularly how it ends.
Yeah, at the rack. That's what you want in transition, a high percentage look.
Now, here's Butler. Cousins, no one around him. Offline with his 3.
Yeah, and they're just hitting 20% of their shots. It's a rough start to this game.
Green against James. Johnson outside. Lock at 6. Oh, and the jam by Johnson.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here.
Just active defensively here, being extremely disruptive.
You know, I love the effort just to get a hand in there. He is disrupting the offensive flow.
Irving passes to Cousins. And George kicks to Irving. And he banks in the layup.
Tremendous focus by Kyrie. Doesn't let the contact throw him off.
San Diego leading by 5. On the wing, Bryant. Defended by Butler. Bryant drives in.
Green
with the block. And here we go. Washington fast break. And here they go. Johnson with the block. And he's able to get it back. Now San Diego with it. Bryant finds Love. San Diego moving the ball around. And the rejection by Cousins. Goes back up. And Johnson lays it in. Johnson's got 6 points.
And when you have this kind of size as a point guard, what a tremendous advantage. And Magic can really match up with all 5 positions.
Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Butler against Cooper. Back to Irving. Another miss by Irving.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And it's a completely new group for San Diego. And a new group getting ready to come in for Washington. Drummond's checked in for Cousins. Hayward comes in for George. Devin Booker, he's checked in for Jimmy Butler. And Mike Conley subbed in for Irving.
And usually teams go on runs and it comes from a lot of layups and dunks, but not now.
Conley against Hardaway. Conley kicks to Drummond. And yes, it's good.
Well, one thing about Drummond, you can be right up on him. Even try to overplay his strong side, he can still get it done.
Caralho, esses caras.
Hardaway against Conley. Booker outside.
Ah, dribla com o Magic, né? Ele saiu agora, mano. Espera ele voltar.
Just 5 to shoot.
O Magic Johnson saiu agora.
Elbow shot. No good. Shot missing.
Provavelmente ele saiu voltando terceiro quarto.
The first quarter of play. San Diego leads by 7. We'll get things started in the second quarter when we return.
Tá mais baixo.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. Hey guys, what's your take on San Diego so far?
I mean, through one, you have to like the effort, especially on that defensive end.
There are several ways, as you know, to take control of a game. Getting stops is one of them.
We've got Stoudemire. Jeff Hornacek is out there with Hardaway. Then it's Elijah Wan, and it's Ariza in at the small forward. And Ariza with the stop.
And gliding to the rim there. Ariza looking graceful on that move.
And so Conley will bring the ball up for Washington. They trail by 9 points. And Trevor Ariza, such a steady veteran.
I mean, just long, versatile defender, can also knock down the triple. When you look at how far he's come since he entered the league, is really just a raw athlete. It's a credit to his work ethic, no doubt about it. He has mastered his role.
So on the floor for Washington, Hayward out there with Green. Then it's Conley. Then there's Devin Booker. And it's Drummond in at the 5 spot. And Washington making a change here. Barnes is checked in.
And Hardaway's nickname came from his grandmother. And she was calling him pretty. But with that southern drawl, it sounded like Penny. And each bucket at this point feels like a backbreaker.
Showing no mercy. Double-digit lead and still putting it on him.
Now here's Conley. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. A shot by Hayward, wide open, and that one falls coming off Conley's feet.
Whenever a guy is open, Conley will find him. He has a talent for getting the ball to his guys quickly.
Stoudemire, and the jam by Stoudemire.
Inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. So So timeout called here. The first for Washington.
And this is what you got to do. I mean, if it ain't working, call timeout, try to figure out what you can do to fix the problem.
You know, also, it's just a chance to take a breath, regroup, get your mindset, and come back out fresh.
Several teams changing it up here. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Barnes passes to Harris. Over Ariza. And again, Washington, no good.
The defender took away the airspace, crowded him. That changed the shot.
Iverson, no luck. Washington trails by 11. That's a 2 from Barnes. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
That's something Barnes has improved at. Dribbling into his shot, rising in balance, and knocking it down.
Iverson against Beal. From 13. Ariza outside. 5 to shoot. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
A strong finisher around the rim. Ariza with the size to do some damage.
Second quarter play with almost 3 minutes gone. And Beal kicks to Harris. Washington needs to get a shot off here. That is good. And the San Diego lead is cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Beal.
This is where Tobias has really improved, keeping his eyes up, making plays for others.
Now here's Nowitzki. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Here's Hardaway. Again, San Diego.
He's got the height advantage in that matchup, and he's going to look to exploit it.
Washington trails by 10. Conley with it. Hardaway picks him up. Conley finds Turner to the paint. Deflects the pass. Out of bounds. San Diego takes possession. Washington making some changes. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Miles Turner. Paul George comes in for Barnes. And Irving subbed in for Mike Conley. Johnson surveying the floor. To the middle, here's Mikan, and that one, good. Mikan's got the lead up to 12 now for San Diego.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And James picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Ryan is checked in for San Diego. And then for Washington, Green is checked in for Harris. And it's Butler in for Beal. Irving against Johnson. Outside Irving. Green kicks to Irving. It's rebounded by Mikan. San Diego leading by 12. On the wing, James. Defended by George.
Ah, LeBron, puta que pariu, velho. Entrega a bola em mão. Pega a bola.
Great tee that time from Johnson.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Offensive rebound. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Carving out space in the paint puts the defense in a tough spot.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. He hits the second from the line.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Johnson against Irving. Pass to Butler. A 3. And that would have counted, but his shot was up. And so that brings the... After a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You gotta like what Magic Johnson has done in this game.
Yeah, the effort and intensity from a defensive standpoint has just really been superb, really firing up his team.
His rim protection in the first half, that allows his teammates to extend out defensively because they know he's lurking in the background.
Kevin Love out there with LeBron James. Then there's Kobe. Then it's Magic Johnson. And it's Mike in at the center. And that's the group for J.B. Bickerstaff as we begin the second half.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
When your defense translates into offense, it's a beautiful thing.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Johnson against Irving. Left side, Love. And he comes up with the deuce. Love's got 6.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Washington trails by 19. Washington calls timeout.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
You know, for the most part, their perimeter D is holding up, but they might have to sacrifice some of that to close down the lane.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Team Dancer. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Johnson against Irving. The 3 from George. Bangs on the trifecta. George has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And with all the drama, Greg, that has followed Irving the past few seasons, he reached out to Kobe Bryant for some guidance.
And just like Irving and LeBron had to go their own ways, so did Kobe and Shaq. Very few players know what it's like to be in a situation like Irving, but Kobe's one of them. And Kobe gave Irving the confidence to not be afraid of standing out in his career decisions, and so far it's paid off handsomely.
Olajuwon's checked in for San Diego. Stoudemire comes in for Kevin Love. Shot clock at 6. Just his first attempt. And it's Green missing. San Diego leading by 18. James in the post. Defended by Hayward. And James with the basket on the assist by Olajuwon.
They couldn't have asked for a better start to this half offensively. 4 straight and counting.
And Cousins kicks to Hayward. And again, Washington with the triple.
Yeah, that's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed.
Ryan against Butler. Tipped away. And stolen by Butler. And here we go. Washington fast break. Over Kobe. Butler, no good.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
LeBron James on the wing. Ended by Hayward. And that one's good by LeBron.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And so Booker will bring it up for Washington. 19-point game. Pass to Cousins. Knocked loose. Shoots from 14 and misses it off the right side of the rim. Now San Diego with it. Here's Johnson. Rebound by Butler. Washington trails by 19. Inside. And now San Diego on the break. Bryant's running. And he hits it and gets hacked down the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
The defender gets caught in a bad position. LeBron powerful enough to convert through contact. Let's see what he does at the line.
And Washington making a change here. Drummond's checked in for Cousins. Turner comes in for Draymond Green. Beal's checked in for Butler. And Mike Conley subbed in for Booker. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
And that's sort of a picture of what not to do on those last 2 possessions. They're being way too loose with the ball.
Trevor Ariza's checked in for LeBron. Here's Hardaway, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. He's off on the first. And he sinks the second.
They've done a much better job from the line this half. They've gotten that percentage up over 80 for the game.
Conley kicks to Hayward. The pass to Turner. 1:07 left to play in the third. Here's Ariza, and it's slammed in by Ariza.
And how about the activity there from Hornacek? A super skilled defender, just knows how to come up with those steals.
Bounce pass Conley. Hayward looking around. Beal up top. Hornacek covering. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And another miss by Washington.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Ariza with the bucket.
And three-pointers constituting the majority of Ariza's shot attempts in recent years. He won't hesitate.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Conley against Hardaway. Conley kicks to Drummond. Nice ball movement by Washington. Conley up top. Hornacek covering. Conley's shot is off.
Yeah, momentum right now is against them. They're just going to have to figure out a way to ride this one out.
You know, easier said than done. What they need to do is string together some positive plays. Try to turn the tide.
He knocked one minute.
Concentration. Oh, beats the buzzer from way down court. These fans are stunned.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. San Diego ahead, running away with it. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the 4th quarter. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Whatever the offense requires, that has to be your mindset. Always thinking team first.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. So on the floor for Washington, they've got Harris and Barnes. Miles Turner out there with Harris. And there's Bradley Beal. And it's Conley in at the 1. It's blocked.
And having Eaton protecting the rim, that's about the same as building a brick wall around the basket. Just nothing gets over him. What an intimidator down low.
And there's a call on Tobias Harris. That's his first foul. They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum.
Here's Iverson. Wow. Good off the back of the rim. Beal with it. Iverson picks him up. Beal dishes to Conley. And we've played through about a minute here in the 4th. And another miss by Washington.
And this is a guy that can get you stops. Aggressive on the defensive end.
Also doing a good job of tracking the ball, contesting their mid-range jumper as well.
Iverson, no luck. And so it's Beal who brings the ball up for Washington. Here in the 4th quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. They are enjoying the commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch.
Ariza with the bucket.
I like the way Ariza is asserting himself offensively.
Now Conley. At the elbow, it's Turner. The dish to Beal. Shoots the 3. That falls. Nice speed that time from Turner. 6 points for Bradley Beal.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
From deep, Iverson. He's off on that one. Now Washington takes it the other way.
Coming down the stretch here, holding the lead. You like him to be more efficient offensively.
Here's Barnes. Ariza with the rebound.
How is it possible? Wide open, too.
Here's Hornacek. From down in the low post, it goes.
Up by a bunch. He's still pushing the action, trying to impose his will.
With this big of a deficit in the score, you think the losing team would be playing harder. Nope, the opposite.
Now here's Turner. And That one's good, Barnes.
Barnes is just so well developed from anywhere on the floor.
Barnes has gotten 2 of his 3 shots to go tonight. Here's Ariza. Washington with the rebound. Conley surveying the D. And no good, trying to use the glass. Now San Diego with it. There's the 3. That's good from Ariza on the assist by Hornacek. Ariza's got a pair of 3s here in the 4th quarter for San Diego. Ariza's gone an outstanding 3 of 4 from 3-point territory. 1:43 left to play here in the 4th. Turner against Nowitzki. It's stolen by Ariza. Nowitzki outside. Ariza against Barnes. Hornacek outside. Lock at 6. Here's Iverson. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Bradley Beal picks one up. Free throw good. Iverson. And San Diego making a change here. Hardaway's checked in. And a switcher also for Washington. Booker's checked in. Here's Conley. And Trevor Ariza is going to pick up a foul here. That's his first foul. .111 left in the 4th quarter. Harris passes to Conley. Outside Turner. He kicks it to Harris. Nice ball movement by Washington. 4 on the clock. And here's Conley outside. And it's blocked. Nowitzki, the pass to Eaton. The drive by Barnes. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
Barnes making up his mind early. He was going straight to the rack there. Gotta love how aggressive he is.
And just putting the finishing touches on this one. They have been on fire.
I mean, a fantastic run. The guys are really clicking, and the scoreboard reflects that.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Ariza outside. Jacks up a 3. Out to Hardaway. And Nowitzki has it in the corner. Passes it to Ariza. Hardaway with the bounce pass. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. So San Diego wins it. They won this game.
Vamos lá, voltar agora para o modo carreira. Ai, ai, ai. Estamos chegando em 2 horinhas e 15 de live. Então nós temos que abrir agora. Logo. Ó. 10. 10. E 10 packs. Ok, tá bem. Já começando. Quanto jogador? Quem será? Ah. Muito bom. Caiu coisa. Quem será? É o moço do Tunis. Esse cara é todo mano, não sei que bom. Só faltou um vídeo de conta.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, we'll see the Los Angeles Lakers playing against the Golden State Warriors. So for Golden State, their last game, a win against the 76ers in Philadelphia. That game was a dominant performance. Always nice to win one going away, but it's just one game, and they'll be ready to go tonight. It has been an interesting ride thus far. Kenny, some teams really improving after a sluggish start.
It's a Western Conference. And before, you know what, that humble approach goes a long way, David. Thank you. Oh, this one tonight, Smitty. Everyone has had this circled on their calendars. Two great teams and a bunch of star power on the floor.
And this is what the NBA is all about. There's always, Kevin, we love the game, but there's certain teams and certain matchups that you look in the calendar to see when they're playing. That's when you get your popcorn and you get ready. And those guys, they live for big games. Don't let them fool you. They all say each game is the same, but they're not.
Good insight. And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Durant and Green are the forwards. Evans out there with Curry. And it's Bell in at the 5 down low. Now here's Durant. Shoots over Kuzma. And that one's good. Durant.
That's easy money for KD. He's always had great touch from the mid-range.
AI outside. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Heating up early on. This is exactly how he wanted to start the night.
Well, he has the ability to get you off on the right foot. Now it's just about sustaining it.
Steve, you think about Coach Steve Kerr as a player, the 50th pick in 1988, and for his career, the best three-point percentage in NBA history.
I played with him, and I played against him. Always had to know where he was on the floor. The perfect coach for this sharp-shooting team.
So it's the Warriors now, after the basket by Los Angeles. Durant against LeBron. Green inside the three-point line, and James pulls it down. For Los Angeles, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. Let's take a moment now to recognize a player who has been incredible lately, and it's earned him Western Conference Player of the Month.
Basketball is one of the few sports where good offense beats good defense, and nobody has had better offense than him lately. I don't think there's anybody in the league that could have slowed him down on offense. He was unstoppable, to say the least.
The Lakers with a quick start to this game. It's a 5-point game. Here's Costa. Kuzma passes to AI. Pass to Longley. Second shot opportunity.
Mano, que maluco vende. Pelo amor de
against Philadelphia.
I just thought the defense was porous. Got any shot they wanted, really, for most of the evening.
I'll give them credit. Even though they were facing very little resistance, they refused to play down to the level of their competition.
Harris against Evans. The pass to Bell. 6 on the shot clock. And here's Green outside.
Yeah, and they're just hitting 20% of their shots. It's a rough start to this game.
A baseline J. Draymond Green pulls it in.
Well, this is what happens when you're a threat down low. You attract a lot of defensive attention.
And that one's good. AI's got 9.
Once he's dialed in, helping to dictate the flow of this game. Well, Steph Curry is the face of the Warriors franchise, but you ask around, Draymond Green is the leader in that locker room. He's vocal, plays with an attitude, and his competitive spirit rubs off on the whole team.
Now AI. After the missed three from Stephen Curry. Count that one.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Warriors trail by 9. And stolen by AI. Goes up, and AI throws it down.
And from the opening tip, they have been in complete control of this one.
Dominate on the court, and it's showing up on the scoreboard. Let's see if they can maintain this level of intensity.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. Well, Green, really the heart and soul of this Warriors team.
He brings an edge and a toughness that they need. The others are more quiet. He's not afraid to challenge anyone. That's just his nature.
And the Warriors making a change here. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Passes to Ross. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And again, it's the Warriors missing. AI left side. And too much time in the lane, they get called for the 3-second violation. Now with a strong mix of perimeter and interior defense, these leading shot blockers among small forwards this past month have had a very good run at their own end of the court. Kevin Durant, number 1.
And typically you have your centers or power forwards contesting the shots down low, but he can come flying in from the wing to block shots.
Now here's Durant in the game against Philadelphia. Very impressive. Can they get it? Doesn't go that time. So the Lakers will take it the other way. Their last meeting was in this building where they were able to come out on top.
And the last time these teams met, it was a walk in the park, and everybody got in on the act. Their bench was spectacular in that win.
And you can be sure they will be counting on their reserves to step up again in a big way.
Shots good by Mills.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Wayne.
Well, this is where he shows both skill and body control along with the attack mindset.
And guys, they've come out and established a rhythm. And also their play calling has been on point.
Well, the two go hand in hand. Matching your strategy to your personnel is key.
And Bell kicks to Durant. Rebound the Lakers.
Lacking confidence right now in his offense. He's been shaky all period.
Pass to Ross. Golden State moving the ball around. That bucket in no time at all.
When the shots come to KD and the flow of the offense, it makes it much easier.
AI outside. And AI throws it down.
And really focused on establishing dominance down low. And guys, it's working.
They have played physical, they have owned the paint, and they have built up a decent lead here in the first.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Durant feeling it out a bit. Shot from 16. And the shot no good, a bit short.
Can't convert, but a good opportunity from mid-range. He'll take that every time.
Here's Ball. He got it up. And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. Lakers ahead. They lead by 11. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. Kevin Durant talked about his teammates and about the Warriors roster, the envy of every team in the league.
I like our depth. I like that we could play.
A platoon swap here for the Lakers. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Evans kicks to Green. This one for 3. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
You want to talk about ugly? This team is losing, partly because he hasn't drained a shot all night.
LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. AI is out there with Harris, and it's Longley in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the Laker 5. The Lakers have shot just one free throw earlier, 1 for 1 in the game. Steve, I know in calling your games, you were known to be such a smooth athlete. You were graceful, great elan on the floor. Who are some of the smoothest players that you watched today?
I think Kevin Durant, his game, it just doesn't seem like you can speed him up. He plays at his pace, which is an unbelievable pace. I look at even a guy who doesn't dribble as much, Klay Thompson does the same routine coming off screen. You can't really speed him up. I love the way Chris Paul is one of those guys. He's graceful and smooth. Those are some of the guys that stick out for me.
It looks effortless, doesn't it?
Yes.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, AI in their last time out against the 76ers was a revelation. He finished with 30 points and seemed to be playing in slow motion with a huge number of assists. The stat line was filled, and the whole league is talking about it. We'll see what he does for an encore tonight, Kevin.
Great, David. Appreciate it. Well, he set the bar pretty high for himself with that performance.
He did. But we know he's going to try to raise that bar again tonight. No matter how good he is, he's always thinking he can do better.
It's going to be tough. I'm sure their entire defensive game plan is centered around how to stop him. They're going to be all over him.
Curry with it. AI picks him up. Durant against Longley. Just 4 to shoot. Elbow shot. That one's in there. The Lakers' lead is cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Durant.
And boy, has he picked it up since the start of the second. His shots now starting to fall.
AI passes to Kuzma. The shot comes out. Durant with some nice D.
Pessoal, vou fechar por aqui mesmo. Fizemos 2 horas e 35, quase 3, né? Estamos de volta aí. Não é todo dia nesse horário. A gente volta, agora ver o tio que seguiu. Tamo junto.